Hi, and happy Cinco de Mayo. I just realized that I have no idea why that's significant. I mean, did they just want to throw a party on the 5th of May? Or is that like their Independence Day or what? You know, I don't know. Okay, find thirsty guests and wouldn't there be guests? And bring them 3 different drinks. Oh no, find a thirsty guest and okay. Check out whether the people are building by visiting 4 parks made by different players. Okay. Um, a relaxing ride. Expand your park with a new gentle ride by building a mini Ferris wheel and letting 10 guests ride it. Okay. Um, thirsty guest, a thirsty guest, a thirsty, thirsty, thirsty guest. I need to find one. I'm guessing a thirsty guest is not an actual real song. No, 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 no. Oh man, he already got it. No! The person that looks like Stephanie needs Helen. Okay, Helen. Helen. No! Oh. Okay. This is harder than it looks. Okay, now we gotta go find coffee. And a Slurpee. I could have sworn we had coffee at the front entrance. Did I just, like, not see it? Well. What? Now is not a good time to interrupt Zare. Well, then I'll sit next to or near Zare until it is a good time to bug him. Seems like a lot of other, like all the other people are getting their money really, really fast, and I'm not. It looked like somebody's name was Paisley. And then that made me think of Paisley Pajamas. Ron from, Harry Potter and his Paisley Pajamas. It's 2 drinks. Oh, good. Missed. Zare, would you pick a direction? Gosh. Okay. Well, that's not happening. Fine. Oops, that's a down and not up. Except for the throw up all over the place. You know, just in case, they need likes. Empty. It actually says vacant. How that is vacant, I don't have any idea. Or, vacation. Yeah. Well, vacation. Yeah, usually say vacation. Well, maybe it's both. No, vacation. This guy's not looking to make me seasick, is he? I think it... think he's got those, like, computer commands to where you can, have the part go under... I don't think he meant farm. I think he meant, food. Anyway, I just wanted to know what that was. Okay. Fine. Hi! Come to my park! Come to my park! Come to my park! Come to my park! Although that would help fight, didn't it? It would help if I didn't, like, try to, show my rear end. You know, because I was going, like, in his face, so, you know. I can't like my own park. Okay, so what do I got so far? On that one. 3 parks out of 4. So as soon as... As soon as, okay, it wants me to build. Do we even have that ride? Oh, that's not what I meant. Okay. Rotate. That's what I was trying to do. Station's on the other side. Oh, I can't build it there because, it's saying 'cause there's another station there. That's not the real reason. It's because that ride takes up so much room. Yeah. Ah, perfect. Okay. Where was I? Hello, where am I? I'm lost. There we go. Okay. Yay. Okay, so obviously we're gonna have to go and change something here by taking that and that out. Okay, then there we go. And Q path. Q path. So I caught the TV service that we have. You know, it's Samsung TV Plus, and it's like if you have internet, you have TV, right? Well, I caught them doing something a little silly. There's an episode where she wants to get plastic surgery, so she'll have a bigger chest, and you know, she's not happy with the size that she has. Well, okay, so that's fine, except for that there's one big problem with that. Um, um, they had the one episode, there's an episode where, Nick thinks he's dying, so Nash sent him to the, sent him to the doctors. send him to the doctors, to get him checked out and everything, just to make sure. And Nick didn't want to go, so he talked his granddaughter Cassidy, Nash's daughter, into um into taking him somewhere else. So they live in San Francisco. Anyway, they live in San Francisco, so they went over to. There's a water area near the Exploratorium, and and so they were uh, pedal boating. This is the most boring ride. But I know that if I want to get them to... Oh, I think one of those two is a new person. I think one of those two is new. You know what? I'm done. They read it, They don't. Oh, I was like, what is that? And then I realized it was this ride. Okay, so let's go find Caleb. Unless this is it. Okay, who is this? That's Joshua. I know that we've gone there. It'd be kind of funny if that's my nephew, but he's got 9 in his name, so. Yeah. Okay, go on people's rides. Can't do it. Oh, no, those are not full. Okay. I don't think I could do that. I think I'd get a ride tummy. Where your tummy really doesn't like the ride. So it gets upset. Whee! Kind of creepy if you think about it. I don't like trying to figure out the way out. Oh. Oh. Dang it. Now I gotta figure out where it started. Wow, I've had one person go on that ride. Okay, so they got the drop tower, teacups, space rings, another teacups. Why two teacups? Wait, I did give them a like, didn't I? Whose perk is this? Mine. Actually, you know what? But I don't remember how to get there the real way. Maria. Douglas. Leandro? Naomi! Cassius? Oscar? Anders? Aaliyah, I think. Weston? Randy? Gianna? Nixon? Bo? And Adrian? They really weird spelling? Ansley, Henry, Channing. I've got Channing Tatum in my park. Am I waiting till somebody wants to ride? Wow. Still only have one person riding it. Oh, because we had to wait for the next car to get there. I wish I had that. Of course, I'd need 60,000 more, but, you know, top guy has 120,000. So the thing is, I need that plot of land right there. It's the last. It's the last little piece, and volleyball legend. Really? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One. Hello?
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 Good morning. My name is Jessica. I am calling from the Senior Resource Center about the benefit card we mailed you on the new state-related plan that helps with outstanding final expenses in the Nevada Final Expense Plan for all Nevada residents. Have you received it?
No.
No worries. I'm here to share the latest state-approved final expense plans that let you access up to 90% of your available benefit amount to help reduce financial strain. These plans are designed for people on fixed incomes or receiving Social Security, and most on Social Security or disability qualify. Since your age affects your benefits, may I know how old are you right now?
347.
That's perfect. You're qualified for the plans. Just hold on for a second, please. Here we go. Final Expense Department, this is Victoria. How are you doing today?
Well, first of all, German Aster is going to be very pissed at you using her number. And I just told your droid that I was 347, which is not true, and it went through anyway. Stop calling me! Well, if it's important, they'll call back. If it's not, oh well. Oh yeah, I saw something yesterday that kind of bugged me. Okay, so there was an episode in Nash Bridges where the bad guy is shooting toward some books. And, basically, he was so close that he should have gotten the pile of books. Well, he should have actually, been definitely hitting that pile of books. Well, he missed. And he was like aimed right at it, so it kind of bugged me. Not that I want bad guys to shoot books, just that, he was like aimed right at them and didn't get his target. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I was gonna say, there was a person in this ride a minute ago. By the way, I would never ride this in real life because I'm afraid of falling from the height. Like, I'm that far off the ground that, if the ride broke or something, something happened, that I would end up falling out of it. And I don't want that to happen, so I try not to go on rides that are that high up. Unless it's a roller coaster. But I like the roller coasters at Disneyland better because you can't tell how far off the ground you are. You know? So that makes 4 out of 10. So I need about 86,000 more dollars. So Madeline, not sure which, looks like she's waiting for the monorail with her balloon. Yeah. Seven. Okay, Abriella, that's a name, I guess. but the one I was thinking of, thinking it said, I mean, is Australia. I don't know why. So yesterday was Star Wars Day, and I kind of hope they did something great at the Disney parks for Star Wars Day, because it's May the Fourth be with you, kind of thing, or May the Force be with you. um, and it's because like the first Star Wars movie came out on May 4th, right? Well, I was, I kind of realized that I was kind of expecting more on YouTube about Star Wars May 4th or whatever, and there was like hardly anything or nothing at all. It was weird. Ooh, 79,000 more. Yay! I wonder if they've seen Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. I know it's not how you spelled her name on that movie, but okay, how many do we have now? 8. Don't know why that was so loud, sorry. But 8. This kind of looks like the car from the Gnome-mobile, except for it had doors. The Gnome-mobile is a Disney movie from, oh, hey. Actually, I don't know when the Gnome-mobile came out. I want to say in the 60s, though. Because it wasn't black and white like the 50s, and, and I think the guy who played the beatnik on That Was Probably Meet a Beatnik, or The Beatnik, something like that. That's the episode title. I think he's the one that played the main gnome. There's the main gnome, and they need to get him to another gnome village so he can get so he can find a girl, and they can get married and make baby gnomes, because otherwise there's going to be no more gnomes left. Well, Grandpa Gnome, I think it was, might be Uncle Gnome, but I think Grandpa. Anyway, he went with the gnome, and so they, it turned out that the forest that they were living in, they're building a town there, so there's gonna like be no more gnomes left. Well, um, so they want to go to this other village because they're like the only two left in their village, I think, was the thing. And so they get a ride from um I don't know if it was the kids who played Jane and Michael on Mary Poppins or if it was her and not him. I think it was both of them though. But anyway, um they're playing, two kids and their grandpa. They're not playing the grandpa, but there's grandpa there. So he's taking them out for a ride in his car, and they find the gnomes, and they end up taking the gnomes where they need to go. But it's not that simple. There's some other stuff that happens along the way. Like, I think the gnomes got kidnapped. I can't remember, but I think they got kidnapped at one point. I may be mixing up Darby O'Gill and the Little People with that, with that one. The Gnome-mobile. The door opens over here. There. Because I'm trying to get the rest of the 76,000 that I need. And the only way to do that, really, is to actually be on here. And it's not even close to time to go yet, so... yeah, it's not even close to time to go yet. I've been working on my story a little bit. Oh, I was about to say choo-choo, but the train's over there to our right. The opposite direction of the trees, in case it gets, in case you're seeing this all backwards. Because I was trying to tell somebody that there's no way that, if the, because apparently iPhones have the ability to flip it. So it's, yeah, this is just a boring straight shot there and a straight shot back. A straight travel there and back, so it's not my favorite thing. I like going on the car because, you get to see more. There's even a seasick crocodile. I mean, not seasick crocodile, but a seasick sea serpent. No, it's a snake, actually. I don't see it right now. But it's there. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, so... Well, actually, let's be silly. Okay, there's the rocks. I don't know, Majestic Rock or something like that. Oh, I finally met half of my goal. Um, my goal for now is to get back up to the 110 I had before disaster happened. I say it that way because there's a movie called Sneakers, and that's how the bad guy said it. Oh, over there. Okay. Well, I didn't want to see over there. I was just gonna walk it, and that would take longer. Why is it way up there? I could have sworn I fixed that. Okay, it's gonna be coming up on our left, that side. Tried to make this look as much like a forest as possible. I add trees to it every now and then when it says add scenery. See this right here. There's its tail, and then there's its head. I didn't know what else to do. But it looks pretty cool, so that's all that really matters. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Well, I was gonna announce that we had a first time chatter, but they're a bad first time chatter. You know why? Because they're trying to sell me cheap viewers. Oh, yeah, we added the covered wagon yesterday. Ooh, we might be able to make a horse out of, a horse topiary. I'm sorry, this probably isn't very interesting, but we need $61,000. I think it's well, I think it's more interesting than doing some of the other stuff. So I've just recently discovered I need to go upstairs. So I will be back. Yay, we only need 60,000 more dollars. Okay, I'm back. So, I was really confused when I came back. Because I was like, I don't remember there being thunder and lightning in this game. There isn't. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Put popcorn on your keyboard. Okay. He is so much bigger than me. We just noticed Brian Amore followed me 20 hours ago. Thank you. And again, it says, follow a goal. You are 50% of the way to completing your goal. Of course, someone has to change it to 200, but, you know. Forgotten rides at Disneyland. There aren't very many. There's the Explorer Canoes. Not very many people go on that because it's people powered. Yeah, you actually have to row it. Oh, and Volleyball Legend achieved Getting Started, and Xenon achieved Nice Park and Nice and Tidy. Ah. We have 6 people at the park. I know it sounds kind of horrible, but I will not be surprised if I get kicked. Because I've been on here the longest. So, just in case I do get kicked, I write books, and they ship, they're available on Amazon. They ship everywhere that Amazon ships to, and they're available for free shipping. Um, they're available in hardback, paperback, and ebook. So these are going to be all American dollar prices, but they do they do convert from the pound into American dollars or yen, or because I'm assuming JP is Japan. Anyway, to convert from yen, pesos, whatever, you know. German money, French money, Anyway, wherever Amazon ships to, it's not just America, and I just wanted you to know that. But anyway, this is gonna be American dollar prices. Because I don't know. It's not very clear on, if you don't know what money goes to what country, it's not very clear on telling you. So anyway, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times are all $26 each for the hardback. Esperanza's Party is $24, The Island is $25, Lessons in Love is $27, and Coral is not available in hardback right now. That's my children's book. It's about my cats. Well, it's specifically about Coral, but it's about my cat, and it has my other cats in it too, and my husband. And it's got pictures that I've actually taken of all three of them. The next book will probably have, the next book might have pictures of Coral in it. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's probably going to have pictures of Coral in it because, Coral was a big part of Ben's life. And literally just a couple of months ago, he was walking through the house going, Coral, Coral. He wasn't saying it clearly, but I could tell that's what he was asking for. And this is a year later. So, yeah, I would say that Coral was definitely a big part of his life. Anyway, Coral is $6 for the paperback. All others are $20 for the paperback. As far as ebooks go, Coral is $2.99. Pirate's Daughter is $3.05. Esperanza's Party is $3.05, and all others are $5. So, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Please buy my books. And, as soon as I am able to get that plot of land, we'll end the stream. I don't recommend doing that for real. You might get your toes ran over. it's safer waiting up for the next one. See that plot of land right there. And I need 46,000. And just now I was like, ooh, let's build a waterway across. And then we're like, wait a minute, that's going to use money. But I do need... I don't know what I'm going to put there, but... So we got those rides over there, and then we have that roller coaster. We do need some more stuff to connect this up with, you know, back there. So I actually had my peanut butter toast before stream. For once. $44,000? Noel, but usually if you name a person Noel, it's, you know, it's female. In this case, it was male. I'm going to say that said Dennis, but I actually don't know what it said. The dino hat and the pink jacket. You know, some of these rides, if you put actually all of these rides, if you put 4 exits and 4 entrances, after a while, 3 of them will disappear. Or if not specifically 3, at least 2. It's very annoying. So, oh, we're getting closer. We just need 40,000 more. Of course, I also don't recommend walking over trees, and definitely not in your bare feet. You know, like, I would like to spend some Robux. You know, have enough money to buy Robux and then spend them so I can get her a decent you know, a decent pair of shorts and some socks and shoes. Oops. Okay. So oddly enough, this time I have the movie theater butter flavored Brims popcorn that is gluten-free from the dollar store. Not a paid advertisement for either one of them. It'd be nice if they wanted to advertise me. I mean, not advertise me, but if they wanted to pay me to advertise them, that'd be really nice. But it hasn't happened yet, so it's pretty good, except for I think it's got a little too much butter on it. Just a little. But, like all butter popcorns nowadays seem to have a little too much. Oh, wow! Brianna plays. Brianna, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. They call her both. But anyway, Brianna plays is watching, I mean, oh, she's exposing YouTubers' first avatars. This was a video from, oops, okay, 2 months ago. Or are we going again? I was just sitting there, not even paying attention. Yeah. You love that? It's floating off the ground. Kind of looks like the ghast. You know, like the Roblox version of the ghast from Minecraft. Look, a snowman! And candy canes. And a huge Christmas tree with presents and everything. Giant campfire. Let's hope it doesn't jump out of its containment. Yeah, because rocks are holding it in. So it can't start a forest fire. But, you know, sometimes, like there was a really big forest fire while we were living in Tahoe. You couldn't even go down Emerald Bay Road. It was that bad. Like you probably couldn't go to, except for maybe by boat. You couldn't go to the tea house or Viking home at all. You know, at all, because the fire was that bad and the smoke was that bad. I mean, literally, okay, so Emerald Bay Road is down by, is in South Lake Tahoe, California, in a place called the Y. I mean, that's the turnoff for it, I mean. So you take the turn, you take the turn off there if you're like going like toward the 50. You go there and you turn off toward Camp Richardson, and you keep going, and you know that's the easiest way to get there. Now equally easy, but you know the longer route is go up past. Wait, how do you get there from there? Hold on. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, you go around the other direction. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so you go up, you know, you go up the road like you're going to go to Carson City, but there's a spot up there where, they have a boat checking station. You know, they want to make sure that you're not introducing foreign bodies into the lake, like, say, having a plecostomus, or, I can't think of what they're called. Not mussels, but, barnacles. You know, like, and they want to make sure you don't have barnacles on your boat, and you're going to bring them into the lake, and they could potentially fall off and cause problems, you know? So, anyway, you drive past that and go around, and you'll see Tahoe City, and that's the only one I can remember right now. Dang it. Anyway, there's 4 or 5 places that go around, and then you know you finally get to the little tourist spot where you pull off. hope that you can park in the parking lot. You have to pay now to do that. That used to be free, but you have to pay. Um, and anyway, you can go down the trail to the tea house, or you can go up to a certain spot, and I think from the from the tea house area is probably a boat to go over to Viking Home, because I know that there used to be a boat tour thing to go over there. Yeah, I said boat tour thing. Sorry, I have no idea. I've never been there. 30,000 is left to collect. I've never been on boat tour. I mean, obviously we lived up in Tahoe, and we've been to that area a few times. It'd be really nice if, if we had the external hard drive that had all that stuff on it, and including the day. Okay, my son was 1 or 2 at the time, and I want to say he was 1, but he might have been 2. Anyway, they're like, what does the pig say? And it was, and was the cat say? Meow, stuff like that, So, but my son was making all the noises, and it was really cool. I loved it. The whole entire video was dark, so you couldn't see him at all. But still, the audio was there. I was just in, like, apparently the really wrong spot. This was a Kodak camera back in 2008 or 2009, depending on how old he was. Because like I said, it was 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure it was 1. But anyway. See, that's our snake. I know, I've showed you that before. That's his head, roughly. Then we were trying to make kind of a Stonehenge thing here. Yeah, those rocks look really weird because they look like you could drive through them, but you can't, Merry Christmas! Oh, okay. I was about to question where I got that from, the way I said it. And then I was like, oh yeah, Elf. They're, they've got, that they've got a couple living next door. So, the husband and wife. And, the husband came over, and he's like all excited, Merry Christmas. And then he's like, I love this time of year. The tree and the lights, and sharing a little eggnog. And nobody said anything. And he's like, sharing a little eggnog. And so Lynn, the daughter, she's like, would you like some eggnog, Mr. Akmonic? And there was a mention of putting brandy in it, which Lynn should not have been doing because she was under 18 at the time. That's like, okay, so, well, I mean, that's a little better because he was 18, but, it was a little better because he was 18. Ooh, so if he's 18 then he was probably 19 or going on 19 when he got drafted and Allie just sat on me. Rude. So I'm gonna go find out what the heck my cats are doing and wash my hands, from the popcorn. Yuck. So I mean, the popcorn grease, the butter, um, and I'll be right back. So we only need 35,000 more. No, 25,000 more. Wait, okay, 5,000 would bring it up to, yeah, 25,000 more. And then we can get that plot of land right there. Right there. And it'll be all good. So, I'll be back. I'm going to try to keep them from killing each other. Okay, I'm back. 22 more? So I do have a big project to do on Minecraft because I found out I had certain ones not not properly set up. I had the redstone and then I had the repeater, and that does not work actually. Because some of them were just like getting, they'd be lit up for no reason, and it still might happen, but it's a sort of big project where I'm going and fixing all that. and then seeing what happens. But it's not going to help on Banshee Hill because it's set up correctly, every single one of them, as far as I know. You know what I should have done? Sorry about that. What I should have done is done more of the, the I guess bridge things. More of the going up and going around and then going down. But I didn't, so. Or, going the other way, have it go up and around and down also. So it's not such a, so it's not as much of a special thing. Oh, that was weird. I have more money than Backswood. Backswood? Would that be Backswood Zoby? I don't know. Anyway, I have more money than them, but they had more people. And it's based on how many people are in your park. So, since I've only got 151, I had 153 and 2 left. Anyway, since I have less people in my park. Wow. Okay, 19,000. We're getting there. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Well, I guess, yeah, over here we have this part. I think this is long enough that so is that Kylie Ann, Killian, or what? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was wondering about because of the because of the person's name. Oh my goodness! Okay, so there's a channel, Abram Engel, I think it is. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but he had a cat named Kurt, and apparently he's had this channel for a while, and his viewers were saying, "Get Kurt a baby brother. Get Kurt a baby brother." Well, a sibling of some sort, a playmate. And so so last year he got Gary. And Gary at first was kind of, he was kind of scared of the big cat, but if I remember correctly. But then he started wrestling with his brother. He's this little kitten, and Kurt's a full-grown cat because he was, I think 5 at the time, and um, and he was literally wrestling with his brother. Well, his brother's one of those cats that would rather lounge around, not necessarily play with a little brat brother. But now they've gotten so close that Gary goes over there and starts um you know fighting with him, whether playing or not. Kurt will fight back, but not in a mean way, you know. Kurt's a very nice cat. Hello? Okay, so Bobby's up at the top of the desk. I'm sitting in my chair. All of a sudden I hear, hello? Well, I did. Sam looked at me when I said that, like, yeah, right. He knows that they both say hello. Oh, he might have been saying, it didn't hear it from me. you know. Yeah, it might be that where he's, Sam says hi and hello and a few other words. He says a handful of words, and it is so cool, and I wish I could record it. But, like all kids and pets, when you want them to do the thing that is so cute or so awesome, they can't do it, or won't do it. But then if you, but then when you're not recording it, they can do it all day long, kind of annoying, because, excuse me, I just had a little bit of my, cherry Coke. It was calling my name, It was saying, drink me, So, so for all of you who don't know, because I'm dawdling until I can get that piece of land, for all of you who do not know, the reason why my name became Pirate Author on the Xbox is because, before I had Quarrel's mommy. And that came from a dark place, but, yeah, I mean, an angry place, not a dark place. I don't know. Dark feels serial killer, and that's not what I was saying. Coming from an angry place, yes. Totally coming from an angry place. But, the thing is that they didn't know whether to call me Coral or Mommy. Our Xbox friends didn't know whether to call me Coral or Mommy. Neither one of them was appropriate, so so I'm like, I gotta change this. And I told everybody that that's what I was gonna do, and I did not change my YouTube channel at all. it's still my name. For a little bit there, they were like, you can't have your name as your YouTube. And it's like, well, it asked me what my real name was. I wanted to put in something like Powered Author, or I couldn't think of anything, but I wanted to put in Powered Author or whatever, but it said, what is your real name? And then they used that as my YouTube channel, and I'm like, okay, that's not what I wanted. Um, because like they said, it was legally binding. If you lie on this, you're not gonna have a YouTube channel or something like that. And I'm like, okay. So I kept it as my name. So it's a little confusing because I'm Pirate Author on the video game, and then I'm Tina Rash on my YouTube channel. So it's like, you know, and that's the name that I use for my books, so I can go and say that proudly, and yeah. Maybe not proudly. I don't really like my last name, but it's a married last name, and you know. So, you know what? Sorry. Um, it's my married last name, and I'm gonna have to suffer with it. But yeah. So I was like, what do I come up with? And I didn't change it for the longest time because I couldn't think of anything. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm an author, and I read about pirates, but author pirate didn't sound right. So I came up with pirate author, and that sounded right. So that's what it was. And then it ended up that you you were allowed to have like 3 to 12 characters, and that's exactly what I have, because pirate is Pirate, which is 6, and author is Author, which is also 6. And it was like the perfect thing. I think I was gonna put Powered Author 23, and then I was like, well, I guess I can only put Powered Author. Because you get 12 letters. I've noticed that people have, like, say, like if they're coming from the computer, they have, like, Monstropulous Lever 886 or something like that. And I'm like, how did they do that? Because that's way more than 12. But it is because it's on a computer. Or possibly they are on PlayStation. I don't know how many letters PlayStation gives you, but I'm pretty sure it's a computer thing that anyway, I'm pretty sure it's a computer thing that you can have something like Monstropulous Lever, or Monsters Inc. Monstropulous Lever 886, Wow. Are you serious? Okay, so either it took the whole entire thing and oh, I hope I didn't do that. Thought I turned it off. Maybe I didn't. I'll find out, won't I? No. Okay. Yeah. So, Twitch, if if you hit the refresh button, it is just a few seconds currently behind what's actually on happening on the screen right now. Yay! I only need 7,000. I only need 7,000. I only need 7,000. Only need 7,000. Yay, 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 yay. And then I'll have all the pieces, and then I can go and, figure out what I want to put there. Like I said, though, might be good to have a water ride. Have it go from the one end of the park to the other, just like this is going. Not just like this, but, like this. So, like, I could... I like the way I've been doing it, but I could just stand over here and go, okay, I need $180,000, just stand here. But I'd rather give you a show. So let's walk over to the water ride that I've been wanting to ride for a while. First, I'm going to show you a better view of that. Snake. Okay. So, this is its head. And the neck or whatever. And then it goes around and back over there. And then that's his tail. I know. It probably seems a little crazy. But, it probably seems a little crazy, but it works. Okay. The Don't Stop Meowing family. It's Fifi's mom. Her cat is walking around in my park as a Roblox people. His name's Kai. And he's not necessarily the most well-behaved cat in the world. Personally, in our house, we do not let the cats get up on the table or the counters. And they, not they, but, she does let him up on the counter. And, I just don't think that's okay. This is the best way to view this ride. In this case, so. Yay! 3,000 more, and we've got it. Oops. Okay, except for that part. Yeah, so yesterday, I don't know why I was just remembering this, but, yesterday, Brandon Plays went and took, she had gone and taken like all of the little videos that she's been making lately for the Puppy Playtime thing, I guess, and put them together. And it was like 9 hours and 40 minutes or something like that. A really big, long video. So I used that to make sure that my computer screen didn't go black ever. But then all of a sudden it went to the next video and it was like, oh man. Because I watch her Poppy Playtime videos. I don't, or, well, at least I listen to them. I try not to watch them because, you know, it's like, scary stuff. Wait, how do you get off this ride? That's how you get on this ride. Oh, that's how you get off this ride. Okay. They just stepped on my foot. Well, technically they stepped through my foot. Ooh, less than 1,000. Brock. Yay, I have Brock Hudson in my park. That was the first Brock I could think of. Wait a minute. No, to not leave him longer. It's a movie called She's All That. And, so there's a couple. There's Taylor Vaughn and Zach. Zach? Okay, I can't remember Zach's last name at all whatsoever. But anyway, Taylor came back from Florida, question mark. You know, that big spring break thing. They do it every year, and I cannot think of what it is at the moment. Okay, so now we can go back up to the front and in the stream. Wow, see, I spent all that money, and I already have 1,000. That's so cool. But anyway, oh, I think it was Daytona. Actually, maybe it's not the big thing that I was thinking of. But anyway, she came back from vacation, and it turned out that Taylor broke up with Zach. So, okay. That movie has Paul Walker in it, just in case you don't know. So, anyway, Zach's talking to his friends, and Zach bet that he could turn any girl, any girl in school into the prom queen. Well, they look over the choices. There's a girl that was talking about scabs, and there's a girl that her shorts weren't quite fitting properly, so she had to pull them down a little. They were going up where they don't belong. And, you know, there was somebody else too. I can't remember what their problem was, but there was like 3 different girls. And then finally they look over at Lainey Boggs. Lainey Boggs is described as scary and inaccessible, something like that. And, she... You know what? I'm going to let the stick drift go. I don't think it's stick drift, though, because this only happens in this game. But, sorry if this is making you seasick at all. The key to seasick is, it's turning toward the right. You look toward the left. Seems to help. Anyway, she's an artist, and like, say Friday nights, she goes to this club where they do, they like get up on stage. You don't have lines. You don't, have anything specific that you have to do. It's just, they play certain kinds of music, and that's, and, I mean, yeah, they play, like, certain kinds of music, and you say something. Like, the one person said, I don't know, they said something like, I want a Ferrari, but my car's a Ford. I can't remember what the other half of it was. It was definitely not a Ferrari. I'm just filling in gaps there. But anyway, and Lainey was saying, "Be silent, be still, be silent, be still," because they're like, they're saying like all of their thoughts, one right after another, kind of. And she comes up with "Be silent, be still." Well, then Zach had a ticket to see her perform. Her bestest best friend in the whole world gave him his ticket, and Zach went up there, and he just played with the sacky sack, but he's like, he's making up a whole thing, a whole like little speech thing with this hacky sack, and part of it was, part of it was the intrusive thoughts of, you have to be good or else, kind of thing. Anyway, so we've said the end credits, and we've done everything that we need to do on here. So, next week we will build something in that spot, I guess, if we need to. And, yeah, I don't know why it does this. This is so weird. I am not touching the controller at all to do that. I am just not doing it. It's moving. So anyway, I will see you in the next stream or video.